Everyone talks about off-grid setups, but not many people actually break down what a real day costs in power. So I decided to test it, not in theory, but with real cooking, real usage, and real numbers. This entire setup is running off battery. No outlets, no shortcuts. I'm using my power station, an electric griddle, Starlink, and a fridge, the same way I would on a real camping trip. First test, cooking 2 pounds of meat. I ran the griddle at 400 degrees, which is the max setting. I was pulling about 1.4 kilowatts the entire time, and after about 22 minutes, that single cook used about 31% of my battery. That's roughly 500 watt hours just for one meal. Then there's the small stuff that adds up. A kettle boil to boil water for coffee or hot cocoa cost me about 124 watt hours. That's for 32 ounces of water. And the biggest thing people forget, your background load. My fridge runs 24/7. That's about 288 watt hours. Starlink, it's 47 watt hours. It's depending on how many hours you run it. That can add up 141 to 282 for 4 to 6 hours. So when you add it all together, dinner, breakfast, one kettle boil, and the fridge running all day and a few hours of Starlink, you're looking at 1400 to 1600 watt hours in a single day. And that's the part most people don't realize. Electric cooking works, no question. But once you combine it with real camping life, the battery goes a lot faster than you think. So I broke it down, heavy use day, normal day, maybe more conservative. For the normal, it would probably be breakfast, morning kettle, dinner, the fridge staying on the entire time, and maybe 4 hours of Starlink. And that totals 1,488 watt hours. If I do a second kettle for the evening, 1,612 watt hours. For a more conservative day, let's say one cooked meal, one kettle boil, keeping the fridge on, and maybe Starlink for 3 hours, that's 1,071 watt hours in the day. With the fridge running non-stop, that's 288 watt hours gone every day before I even do anything else. Starlink adds another 141 to 282 watt hours depending on how long I use it. So the real battery killer is electric cooking on top of those fixed loads. Next, I wanted to simulate a real trip, not starting from 100%, but picking up where I left off. I started at 69% and made my pancakes at 350 degrees. 6 pancakes took about 7.5 minutes, including heat up time, and used another 9% of the battery. So for a full breakfast, about 12 pancakes is what I would normally do. I would land somewhere around 15 to 18%. For my setup, that means I'm realistically getting about 1 full day, maybe into the next morning before I need to recharge. Let's say for a heavy family comfort day, breakfast, 12 pancakes, 370 watt hours. The morning kettle for coffee, 124 watt hours. Dinner with meat of 518 watt hours. The refrigerator, 24 hours, 288 watt hours. 6 hours of Starlink, 282 watt hours, which totals 1,582 watt hours in a day. If I do an evening tea or hot cocoa, add an extra 124 watt hours. So on a heavy day with evening hot cocoa and tea, that's 1,706 watt hours in a day.